2, 1. Hey guys, this is Nook, and I'm here with my main compadre, known as Kang, and he is the bear and variant looking bear.
Hello, how y'all doing tonight?
Nice. Yeah, unfortunately we kind of had some technical difficulty last time recording this, so we're having to semi-redo it, but I think we can still get some of the same talking points around.
Oh yeah.
So, Kang, how you doing tonight?
I'm having a good evening, very chill. It's all good over here, Nook. How are you?
I'm alright. Just trying to get things together, get things in order, went and paid my rent, usual stuff.
My life. I feel that. That's good.
Yeah. Alright, so are there anything new coming out with you? Any new videos? Any Mom-malicious posts I should know about? Or our audience should know about?
That's another Mom-malicious post, and as said before, y'all, we're gonna be talking about all the X-Men cartoons, specifically the 3 people remember the most. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about them.
And I'm gonna get in on, hopefully I can get in on some of that Wolverine and the X-Men.
Oh, most definitely, good stuff.
Oh yeah. I will say, as a kid growing up, I watched the 90s one, but I don't remember too much about it. I do remember the Morph episode quite a bit, when he dies and Wolverine was all depressed about it.
He was hurt, man. I've never seen that man mope so much about a dying person. He moped less with Scott.
Yeah, and then I remember the episodes later, down the line, Morph came back as an alien bug man. It was weird.
Yeah, that show got crazy, especially as I'm watching it now. I'm like, oh yeah, this definitely is something for the 90s.
Yeah. And then X-Men Evolution, I watched a little bit of it, but it was during the time when I'd be waking up late in the morning, so I would just end up missing it.
No, that's fair. All I can really say about that show is that it's great, and it has probably the best and only good incarnation of Jean Grey. That is all I could say.
Nice. But I took time and I actually went and watched Wolverine and the X-Men years back, and it's one I always could go back to because I really like the story.
Oh yeah, same. I really like that one. No, it's just a good series overall.
Yeah.
Shame it got canceled, but it was good.
Yeah, I know it got canceled for multiple reasons. One was the whole Disney merger, and I think another one was the reason why I got taken off WB is because they used a Foo Fighter song without permission. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the promo they used I forget which Foo Fighter song. I think The Pretender.
That might have been it if I remember right. But yeah, that also happened.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I'm getting in on that one because I'm really quite fond of that one. And
oh yeah, most definitely would love to have you on for that.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's get what we get out of the way normally. Let's go on to the musical discovery roulette stuff.
All right.
So, and let's see.
Would you like to start?
Sure, I'll start. Okay, I believe you gave me the song by Chingy and Tyrese.
Oh yeah.
It was called "Pull Me Back," if I remember right.
Yeah.
Pulling Me Back. That's right.
Yes, sir. That's it.
And it's nice, chill, kind of nice, chill groove to it.
Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back.
But Tyrese, he does a good job. His vocals are really good.
Oh yeah, no, I like that part, and it's just one of those songs where it was damn, this is a really good song. And then I got older and went through life, and I'm like, wow, this song kind of hits different.
Yeah. And like I stated before, I kind of had a little tough time trying to follow what's going on, but from what it is, it's him and his girl are they used to go out and party all the time, but then his girl wanted more of his time, and he's still enjoying being a partying person, and he can't find a way to really console that quite yet. He's still trying to figure that out.
Yeah, nah. It's like what happens when you're up in your feelings. It's like, damn, I love this girl. I still got like my own stuff. So it's like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just keep coming back.
And I didn't want to I didn't want to probe too hard, but you said you kind of have a thing with the song, like.
Oh yeah, not like I said, like getting older, going through like a similar situation, but kind of worse with with like an ex of mine, and I was just like, man, yeah, nah, I get it. Had to let it go, but I get it. Ugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, trust me, I've been there.
Yeah, sometimes you can only love somebody so much.
Exactly. Before it takes a toll on you, you know?
Yeah, and then life gets in the way and you gotta live your life.
Exactly. That's all you
yeah.
do.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, but yeah, it's got a nice flow, definitely a song of its time. I believe it was in the 2000s. It had that sound to it.
Oh yeah, doesn't it though? Yeah, somewhere between, if I remember right, somewhere between like 2004 or 5. God,
yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, and then actually the funny part is I went on to like listen. I had that queued on Spotify, just kind of listening to other things. He also brought me that song. I believe it's called "Bring Me That Cash" or something like that. Hold on. Yeah, "Where's My Cash?" And that one's not bad either. It's got a really nice groove. It's something I wish I could find in karaoke for. Like, just the instrumental of it is amazing.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, but Chingy, he's okay on it. But you know, the instrumental, it's where it's at. It's got a nice flow to it. It's like, damn, like you could just like groove and just kind of drive around listening to this shit.
Exactly. It's one of the reasons why I love it so much.
Oh yeah. But that was "Where's My Cash?"
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And I believe I gave you a track.
Yes. Absoul Terrorist Threats featuring Danny Brown and G Nyko. I'ma keep it real.
Yeah.
So, the song really does go hard.
Oh yeah.
And like what I stated before, like it's very, because like again, I never like seen G Nyko on like tracks like this. A lot of her stuff is like more slow, and this is like way more intense, and I like that. And it's just like you said, just the fact that I wouldn't say they're really on the nose. I guess I could just say they're honest about, like, you know, the current state of, well, pretty much the current state of like the world at the time, with America, you know, being black in America and just going through all that stuff. And it's really good, and I like that.
Yeah, this is during the time of the Obama administration. So even though it's newer, it's still considered old, which is another concept within itself.
Yeah, some things are just timeless, I guess. And this is one of those tracks, honestly. I feel it.
Yeah. So tell me, what you think of the flow and the beat?
I like, because again, like when Ayoko came on, it was like I wasn't expecting like anything else. It's like she starts off, you know, with her singing and everything. And it's like, okay. And then when the beat drops, I'm like, hey, yo. Because like, also like, because another thing is I like is that it's actually from one of my favorite types of like music, folks. This is from like the same, I want to say, like studio as like the people who used to produce like Kendrick Lamar's music. And I'm like, okay.
It definitely like has that feel to it.
Oh yeah, that's one of the reasons why I loved it so much.
Yeah. So cool. My stepbrother, he kind of introduced me to it, and it was like one of the things I really liked about it.
Nice.
Yeah, and he also listened to Kendrick at the time. Yeah. He also let me listen to Mr. Motherfucking Esquire, which that's a totally different thing that we'll get into at some point, maybe.
No, I got
that man is a little extra.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the next track I look up. And yep, it's Top Dog Entertainment. Yes, I love that so much.
But yeah, that's the first time I ever heard Danny Brown, and he calls himself the he calls himself the Adderall Admiral.
Mm-hmm.
Admiral, because he's always taking Adderall to write tracks and do songs.
God, Lord.
And he's got like a really unique flow out of the MCs that they got in there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah. But I also like it, and I guess I'll kind of goes out saying I'm not black. a lot of it I can't really relate to too much, but there are some really good parts of it, like when they're talking about like one's like, "Dear Barack," it's like, I know you're just lying, but I give you props, because Obama tried to bring changes, but unfortunately with the government being as locked down as it was, he probably couldn't do as much as he wanted.
No, sad truth.
Yeah. Like when I'm hearing like a buzz.
Oh Lord, it's coming from me.
Oh. Alright.
I'm good. You good?
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. We'll just pretend that part didn't happen then, I guess.
Alright.
Yeah. I don't know, it's kinda like when Sanders was coming up, and we were really hoping for that guy, but realistically, how type of grip the Congress would have been, how much of his changes would have really gone, unfortunately. Probably very few.
Sad truth. It's like anytime there is a guy who wants to stand up for the little man or actually look out for the people, it's like, yeah, that's cool, but there's not enough money in that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely that went hard,
Oh yeah. And also I love the part where he's like, if every gang would unify, we could we could put out the White House's lights today. I'm like, damn. Like, fuck.
Bro, that was a really cold track, and honestly, I actually had to put that part on repeat a couple of times.
Oh yeah. I also like the part where he's like, I ain't got no gavel. I don't want to fight nobody's battle. I just want to be free. I'm not going to be anybody's shadow. I'm like, damn.
That just got too real, and I loved it.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Solid. I give the track a solid like 7 to 8 out of 10. It's good stuff. I like it.
Yeah, I definitely give my track a good 7.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my thing, but it's not bad. Wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Especially for coming from Chingy.
Right.
And Tyrese I never really heard of, but he did good parts. He did the backing vocals like a champ.
Exactly, as usual.
Oh yeah. But I guess we'll move on to the next subject, which we're gonna talk about. You and I have both seen No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
And we've both seen Batman.
Yep.
So we're gonna talk about that.
Yes, sir.
But before we do, there was an update, I believe, from you. You actually bought my recommendation for my reading.
Yes, I did.
And what are you thinking of it so far?
It is way better than I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Oh yeah, because like, here's the thing. I'm very picky when it comes to like people recommending me stuff, because it's like, I read The Killing Joke. Good story. That was a little overhyped, but it was still good.
Yeah, I'll agree to that. Like, you'll find it somewhere at lower prices and whatnot, but even with the movie, there's a reason why they tried to add to it.
No, you're right.
And failed.
Failed miserably, but
yeah,
but that's a whole other conversation within itself.
It is. But go on. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, you're good. But yeah, Kingdom Come. Oh my god. That is a really, really good story. It's a really good comic. Like, where do I even start? First off, I really like Superman in this story. I feel like Superman as an old guy or an older, grizzled veteran, this is him.
Mhm.
This is what he'd be doing.
Oh yeah. If you ever want another good old Superman story, kind of like where he's kind of older,
Yeah.
look into a while back they did like a. You could probably find it in a trade. Like they did like Superman Beyond,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the first issue was like issue 0, and it talked
Yeah.
about him being old, and he's always, and he's fighting this giant thing, and he's in his mind he's talking like, I used to have to hold back, now now they're just keeping up.
Wow.
But it was a solid story. Like it's been so long since I've read it, I kind of forgot what it was about, but it was really solid.
Okay. I'm gonna check that one out next then.
Yeah. But then they went on and did do like a Superman Beyond series, if I remember right. Or that might be part of the redone Batman Beyond series that they did during the New 52.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which wasn't bad. Just, I kind of lost track of time with that.
Oh no, trust and believe. It's one of the reasons why I buy a lot of trade paperbacks, because it's like, I want to support the comic issue by issue, but sometimes I just forget. So I'm just like, I'll wait till the collection comes out.
Oh yeah. It just sucks because sometimes those collections don't come out too often, or the story is still going, and it's just like, it's been 3 years. Finish the story.
Right?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on Last Ronin trade paperback.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, unfortunately, it keeps happening. I keep getting spoiled, and I'm like, god damn.
Good lord.
They're like, oh yeah, like I'll go through like toy shops, like websites, and they'll be like, oh yeah, the Last Ronin, this character. I'm like, oh, that's who he is. Thanks. Or like one time we were in Discord and one of our people said that his identity. I was like, ah.
Dang.
Like I keep trying to forget who the Last Ronin is. Like I want. Like it'd be one thing, and haven't read it, so I don't know. Maybe it's explained heavily early in the issue, but I don't know without reading it.
No, I got you. It's like sometimes you just want to see it for yourself, and it's like if you don't catch up, somebody else gonna see it or like spoil it.
Or like advertisements, they're really bad about that. Like
not true.
A good example was like during Broly's the Super Broly movie.
Yeah.
Like you would go on YouTube and they would instantly start playing like the whole Gogeta thing, and I'm like, dude, I didn't even know he was in it.
Oh no.
And it was one of the autoplay ads, and I'm like, ah.
Bruh, like, because I remember when somebody tweeted this out like a while back. They were saying like, imagine you're going in to see the Super Broly movie, no spoilers or nothing, and then you get this, and then he gets like a whole like promo booklet thing, and it just has Gogeta on the cover. It's like, bruh.
Oh, dude. Dude.
All that time.
I know. Ah. But we're getting off subject here, but I don't mind where it was going.
No, yeah.
I wish at times they would at least trust the audience a little bit more and leave some of the mystery out.
Oh yeah, no, I got you.
But I think let's start with Spider-Man. So tell me, what you think of No Way Home?
I would give it, after rewatching it again, I gotta say I still give it a solid 7 between 8 out of 10. It is far from perfect, but it's also definitely not bad. I'm not gonna act like I didn't have a good time watching this movie. I'm not gonna act like I didn't enjoy a lot of the stuff I saw. And even though I'm gonna be real, and spoilers ahead, so y'all could stop listening if you want. But
oh yeah, we'll have our person put a timestamp. Spoilers, skip to this part, because we are gonna definitely spoil this movie and Batman.
Exactly.
But we'll at least try to give prefaces, and then we'll go on to story spoilers.
Oh yeah, and just to sum it up, y'all, was the 3 Spider-Man thing really that big of a mystery? Was that big of a spoiler? I mean, because like when they advertised, like, you know, the whole like No Way thing, and they had like, oh hey, this Spider-Man was on set of this, and that Spider-Man was on set of that, and it's like you kind of knew it was coming. It's just essentially when all the other villains came through, it was like, yeah, of course they're going to have the villains, and of course they're going to feature the other Spider-Man in that. So that was not the biggest spoiler. No, the biggest spoiler was on May dying, and I'm like, well, shit. If you heard a black man crying in the theater, that was probably me. Damn.
Yeah. That was quite a harrowing scene.
Right?
Yeah. Like, we really don't get to witness her dying too often.
I'm pretty sure it's like the second time Aunt May's like died in a Spider-Man medium outside of the comics. So yeah. It's like, wow. Okay.
Like, heck, she was even close to dying in the original Tobey Maguire's Caesar series.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yep.
It was close, but she didn't die, if I remember right.
No, yeah, you're right. Like, she, like with the whole like Goblin scene, and pretty much in Spider-Man 2. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man 3 is where it was just like, hey, yeah, no, we're not gonna try to like kill her this time. Spider-Man 1 and 2 though, oh yeah, but no, she somehow managed to survive all that.
Yeah, they just kind of used her as a, hey, Peter, I know everything's going great with you and Mary Jane, but hey, it probably shouldn't. It's like, wow, thanks, Aunt May.
Exactly. So it was just like that, and essentially just they just pretty much just be like, you know, like anything good happening in Peter's life is like, yeah, can't have that. Kills the girlfriend, tries to kill the girlfriend, kills Aunt May, Uncle Ben, all that stuff. Oh damn, you got friends, bro? I don't know about that one. Sorry, just kill them or turn on you.
Oh yeah. But I guess let's get back to Far From Home. So after Aunt May dying, and you said you were really distraught about that. How'd you feel about the ending, or how'd you feel about the rest of it?
The rest of the movie was still a fun time. I would say, like certain villains, I do feel like kind of just didn't really have much of a purpose being there, especially when they didn't really have much of their actors to do much. Like, I'm saying you maybe could have like switched out maybe the Lizard with like Rhino or somebody. Like, you know, you could have got Paul Giamatti. I don't know what he's doing, but you could have gone for that.
Yeah, that would have been a nice little redemption. Like, hey, 6 seconds, Paul Giamatti.
You know, I would say bring him back for that, but other than that, a lot of the villains coming back and everything, it was pretty good. And I mentioned this before, how it's like I just didn't like how like Sandman was like so quick to turn on like Spider-Man when he was like saying like, hey, yo, Peter, I got your back. And then it's like when he like transported Electro to, you know, the holding cells and all that, it was like, did you kill him? And it was just like he's like attacking him now he's the big bad. And I'm just like, bro, what happened to your redemption, bro? You were actually just a chill guy. You're just confused on what was going on. You didn't have to go back to being instantly evil again. It was just kind of random for me.
Yeah, no, I feel ya. I mean, it could possibly be blamed on the spell, but he was acting like a good guy beforehand. It is definitely a juxtaposition. They're like, oh, wait, you killed him? It's like, no, did it look like I killed him? It's like, no, you're evil.
Right? like what happened, bro? Like, and I know it's supposed to be like him when he's like after the fact, because he's a good guy. And also technically, okay, this is another thing that actually bothered me real quick.
Go for it.
What? Like, in Spider-Man 3, he didn't die. Like, at all.
Right? It didn't feel like he died.
Yeah, no, he kind of just, like, disappeared into the sunset, probably hiding out or whatever. He didn't die. So I'm like, if he goes back, he wouldn't die. Like, at all.
Mm-hmm.
So, Huh. Yeah, no, that's just weird to me. It's probably more nitpicky, but at the same time, that's just weird to me. Like, literally everybody else goes back, they die, and then there's just him. So, yeah.
I mean, it's fun to nitpick at times. I mean, that is a legit kind of retconny thing. It's like, guys, you didn't... Why? What's going on here? I feel like I'm missing something.
Exactly. So it's like, the movie still saw a good time, just some weird moments like that. And it's like, I'm not gonna be like Twitter where they like nitpick every single thing, every little detail in the Spider-Man movie, where I'm just like, y'all should really be detectives if you could spot the littlest of things that nobody noticing while watching that movie. Like,
yeah.
bruh,
It's like, dude, if you notice the angle of this shot, and if you notice like where his hands currently are, then from there you can determine the fact that he was actually punched by a Spider-Man, the Lizard. But actually, we don't know that because it was the original thing, and it's like, God, dude, let us be surprised. Come on.
It's so weird.
Oh, I know.
But what did you think about it?
I liked it. I'd give it a solid 7-ish, maybe 7, definitely 7. I'd maybe lean towards 8, but like stated before, I do have some issues with this Spider-Man. Controversial state, but I'm not a big fan of this Mary Jane.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, like, I'm not a big fan of her attitude. Like, also, they do the whole, just like what happened in Man of Steel, where Lois Lane knew who Superman was, so she knows who Spider-Man was.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like towards like, it's not through like the entire. It's not through like her finding out, like through an arc, through like maybe multiple movies. It's like, no. Like, oh, no, I know who Spider-Man is. Bruh. And that's how I just kind of felt. I'm like, oh, okay. So we're just going to dish that dynamic all together. All right.
It's just weird because, like, and again, I get it. Sometimes, because for some people kind of just want to get to the point and just be like, yeah, we know, this person's identity, kind of just get it over with. But it's like, it's still missing that dynamic, man. Like, with Clark Kent, I get it. That man he's Clark Kent. But, like, even then, I don't know. Maybe it's because they kind of just missed the Clark Kent, like Superman being more Clark Kent than Superman angle in it. But,
yeah.
It's all good. But, like, Spider-Man, though, yeah, no, you got a point there. It's just, she literally knew who he was by, like, the second movie. And even then, she already knew who he was, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they heavily imply that it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Peter Parker? It's like, what you know? But, I mean, Ned, he's not bad. I will say, I do like him a little bit better than Michelle. I guess that's her name in this, right, Michelle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I did cringe, like, a few times when Doctor Strange is, he's telling them, like, hey, Spider-Man, go fix this shit, And she's like, well, technically, it's your fault. I'm like, girl, it's your boy Peter's fault.
True. Because he didn't think to just call somebody, but,
Yeah. And also, if you're a I guess this is a newer nitpick. It's not a big one, but maybe it's a logic nitpick. I'm just like, if you're a superhero, why would you call your friends? Why wouldn't you, like, call another Avenger or something? Be like, hey, you could probably actually help me with this fight instead of me doing a lot of this legwork on my own.
That is true.
And I understand Doctor Strange was trying to prep the spell and everything, so that's why he couldn't really help too much.
Oh yeah, very true.
But I mean, they gotta show conflict. They gotta, of course, gotta have the funding to get other superheroes. So I can understand that part.
Oh yeah, no, it's essentially just, I guess it's kind of just weird Because it's like now it's like, oh hey, we got this big old world of like superheroes now, and it's kind of just like, where y'all at? Like I know y'all got your own problems going on, but like, where y'all at though?
And then Sonya's like, no, there are no other heroes. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Get back over there in your box, Spider-Man. You're in your own world.
Right. It's like we're already pushing it with like Doctor Strange and Wong, and we all know Wong, the greatest character of all time. So, yeah, that's fair. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was one particular part. I was just like, ugh. But it was okay because I already saw it in the many different trailers. So I was just like, I was kind of used to it at that point.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
But the whole like whenever they're in the alternate dimension and whatnot, Spider-Man's all like, your magic's cool, but you know what's cool? Math. And I'm like, ugh. Like, shut up, Peter.
Man. Come on, Pete. We already know what you're thinking, cuz, but like, you gotta say it like that.
Yeah.
Man. That's fair. I get it.
Yeah. But one thing I wish we would have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
I know you said more villains should have had a lot more time. That is true. Definitely. Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Foxx, them bringing him back as Electro and improving upon him, that was good.
Oh, hell yeah. I loved him in that.
Oh, yeah. Like, I wish some of these guys could have actually just stayed in this world. Like, instead of sending them back, maybe, like, we could have had, like, a crisis where it kind of just merged them together. I think that might have been a little bit better.
That'd be interesting. And, like, as far as, like, merging, like, how so?
Well, yeah, that is also the problem, too. It's like, maybe have the villains come to this world.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, but that does leave the question, what happens to the other Spider-Man, so... That part I don't know, but... It would have been kind of cool, you know, have the Sinister Six be in a contained one universe.
Exactly.
But for the other Spider-Man, I hate to get rid of either of them, so... I'm okay with just sending them back, but... It would have been cool if we actually kind of had them in the same... In a... actual, you know, self-contained universe.
In time.
Hopefully. But I mean, I love seeing Dr. Octopus back. He's probably my favorite one. That was probably my favorite Spider-Man. With Spider-Man 2 back in the day.
Yeah, from the lineage. Yeah, because pretty sure Spider-Man 2 was just like the peak of like the Raimi trilogy. Because like, oh yeah, like it has everything, the perfect villain, perfect conflict, and it's just like it definitely improved on some of the flaws from the first one. And I'm just like, oh yeah, this is it right here.
Yeah. And not only that, but like the villain was just like, so people love Defoe, and I do love that Green Goblin, but man, this Dr. Octavius, man, he made you feel real bad.
Oh yeah, no, like, Alfred Molina, he's really good as Doc Ock.
Oh yeah. Like it's kind of like what happened, what they did with well, maybe not in the same way, but watching, you know, Infinity War, and you were like, oh, damn, Thanos, I actually feel kind of bad for you. Like,
right?
Damn. But man.
It's so weird because it's like Thanos, you just knew him as this weird nihilist guy who's just, oh, I love death so much. She's a fine ass lady. But then it's like, and then it's like in Infinity War, he's just like, nah, bro, I'm more complex now. You know, half of everything, just snap it out of existence. There you go. I saved the world, saved the universe, even.
Oh yeah, like especially with him throwing like Gamora, you know, and you know him feeling like really hard, really sad and sad about that, like to the point of like tears, you know.
Like he was actually crying. Like he actually didn't want to do this, but he felt so compelled to do this one thing, and he's just like, yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice all that for for like the world, for the universe. Yeah. So it's like it hits different when I'm like watching him in that scene where he sees like younger. He's like, what? How much did it cost? It's like everything.
and also after that movie, kind of a side note, but like I saw like people drawing like chibi like Gamora, and I was like, oh, that's cute.
Nice.
I'd like to think, he actually kind of raised her as a daughter for a little bit before turning it into a weapon.
No, yeah, me too. I'm sure he did until she was like, "Oh, you're a teenager now. Here's a weapon. Stab your sister."
Exactly.
Damn. But no, I get you.
I don't know. Maybe that's a video at some point. Be like, fathers with better intentions, but not quite catching the entire bag.
No,
like,
I got you.
Like Paragus, like in the new movie, he loved his son and whatnot. He had the electro collar just in case, he kind of went berserk. But I mean,
and I look at Broly now.
I know, and then he was like, oh shit, Broly's gonna destroy everything. I might want to have this collar. Oh wait, my controller's gone.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Sheila.
Yeah, I was just like, like I would have accepted like Broly, like being shocked so much. Finally, he was able to like use his rage and burst and break it.
Oh yeah, no, I'd be here for that. I guess it was just because I know they kind of did that in the first movie with like Paragus and everything. And it was like he just got so pissed off he just broke that thing on his forehead or that crown, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I also think if he would have went berserk, he would have, he's probably concerned like his kid may have actually like ended up getting himself killed, or maybe kill him, and then Broly would just be alone.
Exactly. So, and again, I'm still stuck on that whole thing with like Paragus killing that other Saiyan. Is like, oh shit, he ate him.
Yeah. I mean, he did what for his kid,
True.
That's why I'm just like, there's a lot of people out there that, really dunk on that man. I'm just like, I don't know. I just kind of see him as a guy willing to do what he can to keep his son, alive.
Oh yeah, no, and I'll admit he is like, by all means, he is a little bit better than the original Paragus for the simple fact that he kind of saw Broly more as a weapon first, and he actually just wanted to like keep this version of Broly in control. And they didn't really use him as a weapon until like Frieza came in, and it's like teaming up with Frieza, you're not gonna last long.
Yeah, and I mean like, it's been forever since I've actually watched that movie. We're getting off subject again, but I'm okay with it.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, if Broly didn't have the collar and then like went berserk and on that planet, like, and then they found his energy. I mean, Frieza, being Frieza, he could have just killed the planet and be like, oh hey, I don't have to deal with the sand.
Exactly. Especially when it's just like he just decided like, man, how can I get Broly to get even pissed off? Hey, yo, Paragus. Just kill him right there. Like, man, and then tell Broly about that. Like, hey, yo, Broly, look what they did. It's like, bruh.
Yeah, but I mean, I do want to underline, like, he did kind of do some, as it may have seemed, some of them were good, but he did do bad things overall.
Oh yeah, nah.
Just kind of like how I feel about Thanos.
I say they're similar in a way.
Oh, yeah. That'd be kind of like an interesting video. I might look into that maybe.
Oh, most definitely.
And if I might get you in if you're interested.
Oh, by all means, if you'd allow me.
Oh yeah. And you might be able to find week. If you could find a third villain, that'd be good too.
Oh yeah, who's a good, terrible dad?
Yeah, who does good things but also really bad things.
Okay, yeah, nah. Probably put I was about to say Star-Lord, but I'm like, Pierce that's kind of a dick overall.
Yeah. I don't know, we'll figure it out later. We should probably coast our way back to the subject at hand.
Oh yeah, but overall, No Way Home for you?
It was good. I will say I wish we had a lot more time with the Spider-Mans. That like how heavily they quote unquote didn't advertise it, but then advertised it. Like, I wish that would have been the central point of the movie instead of, hey, good 2/3 of him is hanging out with his friends and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish they would have gone a good half and half, or at least a little bit more time.
No, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but all the villains' designs were really good. I will say, like, they did good improvements.
Most definitely, and just to top it all off, once again back on Doc Ock, where I'm just like seeing him say hey to Toby's Peter and everything. It's just like saying you've grown. It's like trying to do better. I'm like, well, shit, I needed that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I do like that they kind of. I do like how he kind of redeemed himself as kind of he could have been a hero,
Right.
Yeah. But one thing that did kind of irritate me, besides not all 3 Spider-Men not showing up very often, like for not a lot of it.
Yeah.
I would say maybe the point of quote unquote curing the villains, like, and then sending them back. It's like, so what happens? Like, you're sending them back. Are they gonna die? Supposedly, they got sent here before they died. So are they just gonna be like, hey, I'm cured? Oh, wait, I'm dying.
No, because it's like this isn't a timeline thing, y'all. This is a multiverse. So it's like you go back, you're kind of gonna fucking die, bro. So
yeah, it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm sane. Thanks.
Yeah, they never really explained like another alternative for that instead of just being like, hey, once you cure them, maybe you could like switch out and maybe they'll have better outcomes or something like that. No, that's not what happened at all. Damn.
It's the same attitude where it's a lot of tell and not show,
Exactly.
which a lot of media nowadays does that.
Yeah, there's very rare times where you see people just like showing the subject and not just, pretty much telling us and not just showing how it's supposed to go. Like, especially at least show it through the characters, man.
Yeah, like hell, like controversial statement. One other good example is that it's like when I was gonna say after Endgame.
Yeah.
When Captain America found. Damn, it is. Okay, hold on. It's been forever since I watched it.
I think
Damn.
so.
I will say I liked Infinity War a lot better than Endgame.
I know, I agree.
Yeah. But he was just like, oh, hey, me. It's like, hey, me. It was like Wanda and Vision, apparently they fell in love. And I'm like, yeah, but like during the first time you guys met, he kind of came off as kind of a creep. So you're telling me you fell in love with the creep?
I guess she fell in love with a machine that has no idea what love is. Got to that's the problem with like a lot of this stuff. It's like our problem with a lot of stuff. It's like you got all these heroes and everything, but you don't really have time to flesh them all out unless they were in like previous movies, and even then they don't have many scenes with them like that.
And I will say I haven't seen WandaVision, so I don't know if any of that was explained or anything.
Some, but not everything.
Yeah, I was just like, he, like I said, Vision kind of gave me creep vibes when he was just like, no, and I decided to make a patient dish, and I can't let you leave. I'm just like, Wanda, get out of there, please.
No, I get it.
Okay, that was in Civil War, I think, right?
Yes, it was.
See, I told you, it's been a while, but yeah, and then like them apparently being a thing, I'm like, I know that's comic book canonical, and I do like that stuff, but I'm just like, I need a little bit more for that to make it actually a better thing.
You are very much right about that.
Yeah.
Good lord.
But one other thing, but yeah, about the villains. We keep doing this.
I know. But go
It's
on.
fine. It's fine. But villains, yeah, they all came back and they all had improvement upon their costumes as well. Like, I did like Green Goblin's like reinterpretation. Like, he had the green armor. He had his green armor and he had the purple Shaw. And yep. I like that. I wish he wouldn't have destroyed the helmet, or at least gotten a different helmet, because like I do like the whole cloak thing and the yellow goggles for like the glowing eyes. That's kind of cool. But maybe heck, he could have even painted his face green. Maybe I don't know.
Something, or at least make like a weird compromise where it's like, I don't know, like I want to say like green war paint or something like that.
Oh, ooh, that wouldn't have been too bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it is what it is. I will say it still looked good though. His attire looked really good. Like all those electrodes basically on his costume, and just like a mangy looking cloth on him. That way he could kind of hide his suit. It looked good.
Oh yeah.
Like they did a good job bringing most of them back and making them look a lot better.
Oh yeah.
Sandman, they were just like, yeah, we're just gonna CGI you again.
And it's like, I'm just gonna say it right here real quick, like Lizard, man. Like, I recently watched The Amazing Spider-Man before like watching that movie, and I'm like, damn, my man really said lizards are cool and nothing else. Oh Lord.
Yeah. I think we talked about it before. It kind of reminded me of that one villain. He wants to turn everybody into dinosaurs, and they're all like, "Dude, you have the brain power to cure cancer. What are you doing?" He's like, "I want to turn everybody into dinosaurs."
Exactly. Like, I felt like somebody saw that one panel and decided to just be like, you know what? I'm gonna put that in the movie. I'm gonna make the lizard like that in the movie, cause oh man.
Yeah, and then after they're starting to complete the spell and send everybody back and whatnot, and the only thing I didn't really like was the whole I want to call her actor, but I should really call her character.
Oh yeah.
They're all like they're all like hugging and whatnot, and she's just like, I say, just let me know. If I figure it out once, I'll figure it out again. I'm like,
man.
Like, you could have just been like, goodbye, and I love you, but no, you had to add that part.
Yeah, you know how it goes, but take what you can get. At least we got that cool final Spider-Man scene.
Yeah, and I'm glad that whenever he showed up to them, and he fully intended upon tell him everything and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And he decided against it, because if he would have done that, that would have been like the most selfish thing he could have done. Like, hey, I need you. Not like we need each other, more like I need you guys. But a better life for you is for me not to know you, or to know who I am.
Exactly.
And yes, the ending Spider-Man thing was cool. I wish we would have gotten like a clearer image, but it was still cool.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you mean. I guess we'll see that suit another time then.
Yeah. Alright, well, we definitely checks time. Damn, we went on quite a tangent on that one.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about the Batman. And we will be doing spoilers in this, so we'll put on a time code at some point.
Oh yeah.
But so tell me about Batman. What'd you think?
Really good. I can really just say it's a really good. It's really weird just seeing like a live action solo Batman movie in almost just about 10 years. And I gotta say, I really like the style. And like I said before, originally the trailers, the first trailer, didn't really do it for me, and I was expecting it to be kind of like those early 2000 movies or 2000 superhero movies where everything was like realistic and dark and kind of can barely see anything. But I thing in that theater, watching how everything was like stylized, I was like, you know what? I like this. I really like this movie. I liked Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and the Riddler, despite being a Redditor at the end, was honestly pretty solid for me.
Yeah.
I really don't have many complaints. In fact, I think most of my complaints kind of went out the window once I like saw that released Joker clip that they cut out of the movie, which was probably for the best that they did do that. So yeah, no, it was pretty solid. Solid movie all around. I give it a solid 7-8 out of 10, just like No Way Home. I probably give it like more of an 8 out of 10 compared to No Way Home, honestly.
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
I agree to the same score, about 7 out of 10. I am a huge Batman fan. Like, if I had an action figure, one of the variants would be me wearing a Batman shirt, definitely.
Nice.
And then until DC was like, stop and desist, was like, hey, you can't have Batman shirt. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
So then those would be like the chase rares that were only given out at Comic-Con. It's like, damn it.
Right.
But that being said, I liked it. Like, I like the world that they built. You know how dark it was.
Oh yeah.
I liked how. At first, I didn't think I was gonna like how modern it was, but it actually works to a point.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Like, they didn't heavily rely on the technology too much for it to be really outdated or dated.
Oh yeah, no.
They didn't go like, hey, look at this Go phone I have, or hey, look. So it definitely felt like its own contained universe. Zoe Kravitz, she did do a good job as Selena Kyle. I was really surprised. I will also say, Gordon, same. I don't know his actor's name. I do apologize.
No, it's fine. I didn't even know the guy at all.
Yeah.
I had to look up his stuff just to even know who that was. But I'm like, you know what, dude? You're Jim Gordon. Really good.
Yeah, I mean, he did a good job. And, you know, it's definitely, and I gotta preface this, and it's not about a race thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
People who are good actors should get their roles, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, him and her being black, not a big issue, if any, you know.
I mean, especially with Selena, she's kind of just varied at this point.
Yeah, like Eartha Kitt.
Yeah.
Cree Summers.
Exactly. So it's just like, at this point, y'all can do whatever with Selena. She's multicultural at this point.
Heck, if you want to talk about a nostalgia critic, you could say Malcolm.
I almost forgot about that.
I know, I had to bring it up.
Yo.
That Catwoman review was weird.
That was weird. I remember looking back at that. Good Lord.
I mean, I hope the man got paid, and I hope he keeps getting paid.
Yeah, same here. He deserves it.
But yeah, I was surprised about how they went around. I was afraid it was gonna be like Spider-Man 3, where it was like too many villains. Messing up the movie.
Right. But
they did handle them pretty well. Like Penguin, he didn't have like a whole like, it's my time. He was just like, I'm here in the background.
As he should be for now.
Yeah. And then Falcone, I was really surprised. That the actor did a good job. And I will say Falcone, he's not a big or quote-unquote important character. So him being somebody else, even of a different race, that's fine. I will say Falcone does sound more of like an Italian name. That'd be my only thing.
Oh, yes.
But other than that, I mean, he did good. I did kind of think about it after a while. I was just like, oh yeah, that's the same guy from Transformers.
Right.
Like after he couldn't catch the Autobots, he went into crime instead. It's like, I'm Falcone instead. I sometimes think about that. Like you see other like actors in other movies, like Gary Oldman, like after Dark Knight and all, doing the Batman. He was in Planet of the Apes, and I'm just like, so that's what happens to Gotham after Batman. Right. After Batman disappears, like the apes take over, and Jim Gordon's fighting the apes. Because he didn't really change his outfit; he looked just like Jim Gordon.
He did.
It's just like, damn it, where's Batman?
Yo.
We could have just called that. We could have called that movie Gorilla Grodd, and just made money.
Oh, no, you're right. It's essentially like how every time I'm watching Kong Skull Island, I'm just like, yes, the best MCU movie.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I thought all of them did a good job. I will say, and I talked about this before, and I'm bringing it up again because I have to re-record this. I didn't like the main villain too much. Yes,
the Redditor.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Like, when I think of Riddler, I think of like a smuggler, thief, that type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he does kill people, but this is like an extreme version of a killer, and I can be of the mind of this is an alternate version of him.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and that I can accept that. But they really could have gone with somebody else instead of that. That's where I kind of come from this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we could have had somebody else from the Rogues Gallery, like one of his earlier villains. Like, we could have had Victor Zsasz show up.
True.
And he'd be the one killing people.
No, that's true. Because I just wanted to like elaborate on last time you said this. Because I remember last time I said that I didn't really think Victor Zsasz was like that much of an interesting threat for Batman and all that stuff. I kind of just saw him as like a generic killer. But then I'm thinking to myself, maybe they can do something better with him. Because like, here's my thing. The thing with like Zsasz is that anytime I see him, he's usually the guy you could take out easily, especially in the Arkham games. And they tried doing something with him in the Gotham series, but he was mostly just like a generic gunslinger. And I was like, Joker before Joker. And then I'm like, I see him. He supposedly has parts in the Dark Knight trilogy and all that stuff, and it's like even then he's kind of just a background character. He's kind of just there. So
yeah, like somebody would have to point him out to you for you to know who he was.
Exactly, and that's literally how I knew that was him. I was just like, so that's who that bald guy was. So yeah, he definitely needs like better. I guess I want to say like better like recognition when it comes to that. And I feel like honestly, yeah. So I definitely agree with you on that, and I think like that could definitely work if done right. So it's like just make him a better threat in a way, especially for a starting Batman villain.
Yeah, and then to the parts that aren't really like him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could even argue what we could do instead is actually play on, since this is like year 2, quote unquote, as they call it.
Mm-hmm.
We could have even brought somebody a little earlier, but brought from his Rogues Gallery, and we could have suited him in to this time, because what Riddler in this movie did, he was just like, he felt quote unquote inspired by Batman. So I think we could have probably even done Anarchy.
Oh yeah, yep, true.
And because Anarchy saw himself as an ally to Batman, and he would kill and bomb things. Just like this Riddler is doing. I'm just like, we could have done that instead.
True. Very true.
Like, build our way up from the small fries to the big fries,
Exactly, because Anarchy is rarely ever brought up in like Batman
Yeah.
conversations. I'm pretty sure the last thing I saw him in was that Beware the Batman series.
Yeah, and also he did make a appearance, I believe, in one of the Batman games. I forget which Arkham game. He was one of these side missions.
Wonder if he was probably either in Arkham Knight or Arkham City, or was he in the Origins?
I was thinking either Origins or he was in Arkham City, but I couldn't remember.
Nah, yeah, me neither.
No. I don't know. I played a lot of Arkham City, so that could also be it too.
True.
And that's probably the best one. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, that's fair.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, I did like the fact that Catwoman and Batman didn't know each other.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, like, knew each other's identities. Like, Batman totally knew who Catwoman was, you know, Selena Kyle.
Oh, yeah. But like, you know, of course Selena doesn't know that that's, you know, billionaire Playboy Bruce Wayne up in there.
Yeah. And I will say, I almost thought Riddler knew who he was. I'm not gonna lie to you. They almost had me.
They almost did too.
I was just like, damn, is he gonna say it? Or it's just gonna be like, oh no, we didn't catch him. Like, okay, good. Because I was about to write. I was like, no! You're not supposed to do it this soon!
Yup.
But, yeah, I mean, I also like the fact that, you know, they didn't, you know, go too heavily into the romance. They just kind of helped each other. And that was cool.
Oh yeah, nah, like, the whole weird thing about like Batman and like, you know, Catwoman's relationship is the fact that like it's sexy but still action packed. So it's kind of just like, you know, you tone down a little bit on the sexy, just show like, you know, two people beating ass, just whooping ass, and I like that.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was really like heavily explicit or anything. And I don't know if I missed something, but maybe it was just kind of the vibe I was feeling. It's like, I think Catwoman, that was her girlfriend, right?
Oh,
That got killed.
I think. Okay, so that does raise like the question. Like, I know in certain media, and they even implied this beforehand, that Selena's had relations with other women and stuff. So it's like, it's a possibility. I know they definitely like hinted at that with The Dark Knight Rises with that one girl. Originally, I thought that was Harley Quinn, but like, you know.
Yeah.
But nah.
And I'm not. And here's the thing: I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Like.
Oh yeah, no.
No, normally when media, you know, has this type of thing, they try to get it out in the front lines as quick as they can to grab all the clicks.
Oh yeah.
You know, instead of it being a natural thing where we see it progress within the movie.
No, yeah, no. And I'll admit, I am one of those people who's just, like, you know, like kind of just like an either or thing for me, because sometimes people will do something that does make it click worthy, like just censor it or just be like, oh guys, she was a guy the whole time. She's not lesbians, guys. She's not like that.
Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah. So it's just like when they do that or censor stuff like that, it just gets weird. But like, it was just a natural thing. So it's a possibility. It's a possible thing that they're hinting at. So
yeah, and I'm not opposed to her being bi either.
Oh yeah.
You know? And heck, to be fair, she could have not even be, you know, bi at all. Maybe she's a lesbian. She just, you know, could have just kissed Batman. You don't know.
Exactly. So it all depends. We'll see. And like, you know, maybe in time we will like learn about it, or at least learn more about this particular Selena Kyle. So only time will tell.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I liked it. I gave it a, like I said, 7 to 8. I will say it does have its issues besides the villain.
Oh yeah.
Like trying to get used to a new Batman is kind of weird.
Like getting used to a new Spider-Man.
Yeah. And especially, and this is going to be controversial, especially after almost getting the Batman you wanted. Like, a lot of people didn't like it, but Man, I was so ready for Affleck to get his solo movie. You know?
Oh no, me too. I wanted that.
Like-
I was praying for that.
Like, dude, he is the closest thing we'll ever get to Dark Knight Returns, you know?
No, yeah. And I guess like that would have been good if we actually got that, because like literally he had the build, he had the suit. I was like, because they already kind of knew who Batman was and what he's about. What about later Batman though?
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah. Like, I wish they would have gone further. And also, this movie, it would have had him fighting Deathstroke.
Exactly. So I'm like, bruh, come on, man.
I mean, that's what the build-up from the end of Justice League was like. At the end, they introduced Deathstroke because he was going to be in Batman.
Yep.
And then all the shit happened.
Yeah, we could have had a good Batman. We could have had a actual good like live action Deathstroke.
Yeah. But going back to the topic, so getting used to him, it took a little bit. Like, I thought he did a good job. I will say, I didn't like how he kind of treated Alfred really in the beginning of the movie like he was being a real ass to him. I said bitch, but a real ass too.
No, yeah, you right.
Like he barely treated him like, I don't know, like when he's like, "You're not my real dad" type of shit. I was just like, yeah, but who stepped up and actually raised you?
Especially after your parents got gunned down in an alley, like, bro.
Exactly. I'm just like, dude, give this man more respect. And you know, at the end, they had him at the hospital, being like, I realized, like, I shouldn't have done that. I'm like, dude, that you should have realized that like real earlier.
For real. And it's like, I get why they did that. They always have that one like time where it's like Bruce is like, he's supposedly younger and he's out here be like, you know, oh well, you know, I'm dark and I'm edgy and I'm going through some things, bro. And it's like, you know, he has that one outburst where it's just like, Alfred, I'll need you. But like, yeah, no, that did kind of feel pretty forced at this time. So I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'd basically say since it's been like year 2, it's just like, dude, that definitely sounds like a year 1 type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, other than that, yeah, the villain and that and other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was still good. Like, I honestly thought that they were gonna do the whole like the kid at the beginning being Bruce Wayne.
Oh yeah.
When, you know, he was getting ready for Halloween and had his house costume and everything. I was like, oh, are they changing up the origin? Okay. But no, that was some other guy. But just like I would say, just kind of like Affleck's, where we saw the scene and then it was over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm okay with it being kind of rushed now because we know what happens. So they're not actually showing it and giving us more movie. I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, shoot, even like the Burton like Batman movie, it like didn't start off that way with like the Batman scene and all that stuff. It kind of did the same thing actually, where it was just like, we got you a bait and switch. You think this kid's gonna be Bruce Wayne, but nah, he's already Batman now. I was like, yeah, I like that too.
Hell yeah. So I'm okay with that. Like, yeah, I thought it was good. I wouldn't say it's like the best thing, you know, since sliced bread or anything. I'd say it was pretty good for a good start, at least.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we're gonna get more to like sentiment that, and they'll at least like cap off its last success, and we'll just see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, and I think I stated before, but I think they're working on like a prequel year 1 comic of this movie, so we'll be able to see. Maybe they'll do the beginning in that. But I do know that they're doing a Penguin series, like television series.
Oh yeah, based on that particular Penguin? Or just like his own thing?
Yeah, basically based on this particular Penguin. So I guess we're getting more of this universe, which it's interesting. I just hope they don't go too far or jump the shark early. to really ruin this universe, you know?
No, I know what you mean. I guess I just want them to like fill in the gaps of things that we haven't seen, things that we just. Some stuff I wouldn't say is really like plot holes, just more like, hey, I want to know more about this character, about this world, and why everybody's the way it is, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I liked how they had the whole. I like how they kind of did show some of the advanced technology he had access to, like the whole contact lens camera system stuff. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, same. I like that.
Yeah. And then whenever she ran out with it, I was like, goddamn. But I was just like, oh, okay. But they used it again. I'm like, okay, all right, that's acceptable. But I will say it might have been just a little too long. That'd be my only other concern.
Oh yeah, the movie itself.
Yeah, it's just maybe just a little too long. I ended up going to the restroom twice watching it.
Oh, I got you.
So I came back. I forgot for some second time. I was like, okay, I got enough time to go to the restroom. Come back. My dad's like, hey, they killed Falcone. I'm like, god damn. I missed it.
Good lord.
But yeah, I liked it. I'm willing to see where this universe goes.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it was a solid movie, and yeah. So what else do we got on the agenda?
Yeah. 1 brief second. So, let's talk about any other comic recommendations. You got it? You got any? Either new or old?
Okay, so this is like it's like a couple years old, but I will say, if you like Black Panther, if you're like a fan of like Black Panther, whether it be the movie, the BET series, or just the character in general, or just like a fan of Black superheroes, I recommend reading Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Panther series. It really knows how to like reintroduce the character to the modern day without really like feeling like you have to add like MCU-esque stuff. It's just like it's its own thing, and the only continuity that you really need to like know about is the fact that Shorty is kind of just in a coma at this time. And that's about it. And also Black Panther's mother and everything. He has a stepmom now who is a very lovely lady, not gonna lie to you. But yeah. But
she on the list. She on the list.
She's definitely on the list. But not like but besides that, it's a very good series, and it really has a way of like adding to the culture of like Black Panther that we've never really seen before. Like the other comics is like you just know like Wakanda's just this militant group and you like that. This Black Panther series though actually adds a little bit of culture to like Wakanda and how it's like kind of based on like real life religions and beliefs in like in parts of Africa, and I like that. And it's just overall really good series. I love the art. It also like has people like it also like gives the idea of like the Dora Milaje and having like soldiers go rogue and kind of just being like, hey, we're the lower class of like, you know, the Wakandan side, so it's like just like, hey, why don't we fight back while we like, you know, take what's ours and be on equal footing as the others. So it's like it has a little bit of everything is what I'm trying to pretty much put out. Like it has like, you know, shamans, a female shaman that I love so much. She even has like her own like little spin-off mini comic called Wakanda Forever, not related to the movie, but yeah, I recommend that.
Nice. I still kind of wonder what's going on with that movie. Not gonna lie to you though.
Nah, I mean they wrapped up production, so at this point all we can do is just hope for the best.
Yeah, it was just like for a while it's just like Shuri's actress kept getting in trouble. It's just like, are we gonna get this movie?
It's like, right? It's like at this point, do we need this movie?
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine with just having the one Black Panther. Not gonna lie to you.
like I said, they could just bring in another Killmonger. He would have been good replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Who knows?
I mean, that's comic book, accurate too. So.
Exactly. So I'm just. I would have even like let them like get the actor to be like M'Baku to just be like, hey guys, let's write 8-Man to be the Black Panther. I would have let all that slide. I would have let it be, but they're just gonna do what they do, and we're just gonna see what happens at this point.
All we can do is hope for it to be good. That's all we can do.
Exactly.
All right. Let's see. I guess I need to give a recommendation.
Oh yeah, what you got for us, Nook?
Okay. Well, definitely. Sorry, I should have given this. This is the one. This is the part I didn't give.
Oh yeah.
I tried to, due to us having to re-record stuff, I had to put a lot of my memory and mind power into remembering a lot of the points that we hit last time. So, unfortunately, that kind of went by the wayside. But I'm trying to think. Ooh, I mean, I've read a lot of stuff. I mean, if they haven't, one thing in particular, I guess I could recommend would be by Marvel. It would be, and I'm not a too big Marvel person, so. But sometimes you can find gems there. I'm not gonna lie. The Supreme trade paperback, the first one, is just called Supreme. That one is, oh no, not Supreme. It's the Sentry. The Sentry.
Oh, okay.
And I will say that it's just like the first paperback with whenever they did the whole Stan Lee remembered a superhero that nobody remembers and all this stuff.
Oh yeah, isn't that the one where he has like an existential crisis?
Yeah. Yes. I will say though that there are parts of it I didn't really like about it, but there's a solid story in there, and the thing is, like, a lot of the parts you could actually kind of cut out and still read the entire story.
Okay.
Like, they kind of were like, hey, we're gonna put the story in here, and in between the story, we'll also have, like, the related comic book issues and whatnot. Like, I actually let one of my friends borrow it, and he was like, he liked it, but then he hated the fact that that a lot of the heroes like, damn, I wish I could have been as good as you, Sentry, and them being already established. Yeah.
Good lord.
But I mean, there were some good parts within the crossovers comics that they had within it.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Man getting his first picture of the Sentry, and they could totally just be like, oh hey, that's just Superman. Like, if they ever wanted to bleed in Superman into this universe, they could just do that. But unfortunately, I don't recommend Sentry after this book. I would say within this first story, it's good. But then they kind of fucked up his character going on.
No, I get it, because I know like Sentry supposedly has like this dark form that takes him over, where he literally just like rips somebody in half, and it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and then apparently he, not only that, but they also were just kind of like, yeah, we're just gonna throw his story to shit. It's like, oh hey, you know how he loved his wife and always was faithful to her? Oh no, apparently he was able to withstand Rogue's power and banger.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm just like, guys, stop with the edgy.
We just can't have some good old wholesome heroes.
Yeah, because at the end, like, dude, they wrap it up. They wrap it up, It's a complete story.
God, Lord, can't y'all just like make different heroes do this craziness, bro? Come
exactly.
On,
Which I understand, they're trying to make their Superman different, but they do have other versions of their Superman as well.
Oh yeah, like Hyperion.
Hyperion, Gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, I even think that there's another one somewhere.
It's like so many. Is there? I mean, I don't know if we count him because he's more like has like projectile powers, but like Wonder Man.
Yeah, you could almost count him. I would say he doesn't have invulnerability.
Yeah.
You could probably count him as Connor.
Yes.
Yeah, like Superboy maybe.
Definitely.
Because he had the short hair and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I think Wonder Man came out beforehand, but, you know, that'd be like potato.
It's all confusing.
It is, hell. They didn't even play into his psychic ability within. Barely in the comic or barely in any of the television shows or anything, you know?
So this is just a guy that wrecks shit.
Yeah, and that's what Connor is, you know? Just like, hey, I'm basically part Superman, but, you know, the other psychic power, we're not going to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, it's not a bad. I will say you can definitely just read the entire story and pick and choose, but I mean, the crossovers aren't too bad. It's just, they don't really, they try to add, but they don't really add to it, you know?
Nah, that's fair.
But, like, it's a really old series, so it's really old issues, so you could probably find it for stupid cheap.
No, yeah. Looking on Amazon right now. But
yeah, I think it's got, like, a black cover and just, like, a silhouette gold. Like I said, it's not bad. I will say, I guess to give... I hate to give you, like, a halfway... Hey, don't read this, but also read this recommendation. So let me actually... I'll go back and I'll be like, hey, as a kind of token of, sorry to do that. Let me actually give you the Mighty Thor.
Hey.
The Mighty Thor done by. It was done after Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
That is a really good one. Have you read that?
That I have not.
Okay, basically what happens is, like, after Civil War, during that time, before Civil War, Thor somehow died.
Right.
So Iron Man created a clone that was able to wield Mjolnir.
Oh yeah, that robot Thor, yup.
Yeah. Well, this, somehow after that battle, the hammer ended up in Oklahoma.
Oh.
And then, like, everybody's trying to pull it out, and then suddenly we see this character just walk over to it and pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Donald Blake.
What?
Who we thought was dead.
Wow.
So he picks up the hammer and he actually goes to, like, hell, and he meets with Thor.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, hey, I'm willing to get you out of this place, you know. But, like,
right.
the art, it's beautiful.
I'm looking at the cover now. It is.
Oh, dude, it is probably the best I've ever. This is probably, anytime I think of Thor, this is like the image. Like, they got his costume. They gave him his. They gave him his traditional belts and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I had a figure of the Thor. I think I still got it. Yes, I like that.
Okay, yeah. Coppola.
Yep.
Capel. That's who did. That's who did the art, I believe. I'm trying to see who.
Capel's art.
Yeah. I'm trying to see who actually wrote it, because I don't want to give misinformation.
Someone named Fraction, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Matt Fraction.
Yeah. I would say that's a really good 12-issue arc of Thor. Is that one. Because, dude, not only does he comes back to the world, he's having to restore Asgard one person at a time, because not only does he need to be brought back, but for some odd reason, Asgardian souls are in human bodies right now.
Whoa.
But not only that, like, he goes visits Captain America's grave, and he actually interacts with his spirit.
Wow.
And this is before they ruined that, and they were like, oh, hey, Captain America's been alive the entire time.
Good lord.
It's like, why you gotta ruin such things? But
I know how it goes.
it all comes ahead, though, because one of the best issues is just like Namor. He actually caused a flood on one of the places. I forgot where it was.
Mm-hmm.
And Thor hears that Iron Man's down there, so he's gonna go pay him a visit.
Hey.
So so they start squaring up, and he, you know how normal buddy fights, they kind of hold back and whatnot. No, Thor at this point, he is pissed. He basically like beats the shit out of him, leaves him with like no power in his suit, and he's like, never make a pretender of me ever again.
Damn.
And he just leaves him there, and Iron Man, he's just like beaten and bruised, and his suit's like 0 power, so he can't even get up.
Well, damn.
Yeah, so I would highly recommend that instead of Sentry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. I will say the arc doesn't finish with his art, which sucks. But it's still good. That is the series where we get female Loki.
Just like that, I'm already interested. Alrighty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good though. Like the art, well, when Capel, I believe he's the artist. Whenever he's doing the art, dude, it is amazing. Like, they have like this one girl who's blonde, and she's just like, I forgot what goddess she is, but dude, she is amazing.
Good.
Like, it is beautiful.
Nah, you're right. I like it.
But I highly recommend that. This is coming from a person that's not really into Marvel and not really into Thor. This was really good.
Nah, I like this.
Yeah.
Oliver Capel.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Oh yes.
But I think we've kind of all of our changes have kind of almost made us kind of go over.
No, you're right.
So I think it's almost time for us to wrap up. Before we go, though, it's time to play music roulette selection. So, you got a track for me?
Let's see. This is the part I was actually not prepared for.
See, we paid each other back then.
There we go. Okay, let's see. I guess for me, yo, best with the.
You get back in there.
Oh man. Okay, for this one, this is kind of a silly song, but it's actually really good with like the beat and everything. It's called Yams by Masigo and Devin Morrison.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'm definitely gonna take my list then. Cool. Alright, and I was gonna give you like a different genre. We've been doing hip hop, but I was just like, nah, I wanna hit you with something interesting.
Alright, what you
Give me
got?
a brief second. Let's see. I had a track picked out, and I kind of forgot what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I think I was gonna give you... here it is, Hysterical Us by Magdalena Bay.
Hysterical S?
Us.
Oh, okay.
Hysterical Us. It's synth pop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's really good. It's this entire album is actually pretty solid. This Magdalena Bay album. It's called Mercurial World. It's actually pretty solid.
Hysterical Us. Alright, I'm gonna add that to my playlist.
Alright. And I think with that, we are going to end it here. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And please give our co-host, Kang, give him a like, comment, subscribe on his channel as well. He's gonna be releasing good stuff about X-Men and something definitely Mama-licious down the road.
All the time, that's my filler. And thank you, Nook, once again for allowing me to be your co-host.
Hey,
so y'all,
pleasure's all mine. And
yes.
And I do want to say, please give a like, comment, subscribe to our boy Ramen. He's currently recording and he'll be editing this podcast.
Yes, you will. Ramen, come on up here, bro.
Ramen retrospective.
Word?
Oh yeah.
Word? Am I finally out? Guys, I'm out of the closet. Thank you, guys. Oh, man.
Well, this is Ramen.
Wait. It ain't that closet.
Mr. Ramen, please give him a like, comment, subscribe on his channel. What's the newest thing you're going to be doing?
Oh, yes.
Just this all grown up bit. By the way, when you guys were recording, I was typing up that Sonic Forces script. So the intro to all that is done. So, but thank you.
Nice.
Hey,
got some homework. I got some homework done, so I'm glad.
So okay. there y'all go, all grown up in Sonic Forces. Oh.
Well, Tommy Pickles is gonna race Sonic. You heard it first.
Yo, subscribe to these two dudes. They're making moves, and I love Nook and I love Kang, and I literally like the conversation y'all were having. So thank y'all for having me, and I'm gonna go mute myself.
And we're gonna end it here. Have a good rest of your day, fellow listeners.
Indeed. Have a lovely evening.
Goodbye.